If your career looks great on paper but feels exhausting in real life, this is for you. The Empowered Exit Guide helps you stop feeling stuck and start designing a career and life that actually fit. You don't need another pep talk. You need a plan. And you can get yours right now at KarenFreeland.com/empowered-exit. Welcome to Rock Your Reinvention. I'm Karen Freeland, your guide to ditching corporate and designing a life you love. If you're ready to shift your mindset, boost your confidence, and finally take action on that dream career or business, you're in the right place. It's your time. Let's rock your reinvention. Today is a special episode because this is my last episode of Rock Your Reinvention. And of course, that's bittersweet. There's lots of emotions, but I am at peace with it. And that's a great place to be whenever you're making a big decision. You know, in 2019, I had this idea of writing a book and launching a career as an author. Little did I know that that idea would not only become a reality, but would morph and expand into something far beyond my wildest dreams. At the time of this recording, since leaving corporate, I've written and published 2 award-winning books, started a successful life coaching business, raised over $2,000 for period poverty with my first book, moved my family from New Jersey to South Carolina, been featured on a number of different articles, Entrepreneur's Herald, Authority Magazine, etc., built a paid speaking career, been on over 70 podcasts, taught myself to swing trade the stock market, joined a women's Bible study, raised over $5,000 for Make-A-Wish, purchased a rental property and became a landlord, had a monthly segment on the local news channel, went on my first silent retreat, volunteered for causes that I care about, donated more to charity than I did when I was in corporate. Riddle me that. Stepped in as interim executive director at a local nonprofit fighting sex trafficking, and of course, hosted this podcast. My point is, corporate is so limiting. I could never have done all of this stuff over the past 5 years if I was still in my corporate job. It took all of my time and attention. I had no capacity for anything else. But when I left the confines and demanding schedules of corporate, I suddenly became a whole person, multidimensional, a better wife, a better mom, a better friend, a better Christian, a better woman. And what a journey this past 2 years, 2+ years really, of Rock Your Reinvention has been. I cannot thank you enough for being here, for being part of my community, for sending me notes when you loved something on the show or shared how it helped you, for sharing it with your friends and with your coworkers and inviting more listeners, for trusting me enough to show up week after week and implement the guidance that I share. Really, there's just so much to be thankful for. I don't even have the words that are adequate to show and express my appreciation for you. So you're going to kind of have to take my word for it. I love you. I appreciate you. And thank you from the bottom of my heart. When I started this show in August of 2023, I had no idea how I was going to fill 6 months of a podcast. Never mind almost 2.5 years now. And yet, here we are, all that time later. And I think the message there is that you don't have to have it all figured out before you make a leap. In fact, you probably can't, because you don't even have all the information to plan everything out for your pivot. And that's actually a really freeing realization. It makes you ready sooner. And I know there are things that you're trying to plan out so perfectly instead of just trusting yourself and your own capabilities. You will figure this out. So I want to invite you, yes, to plan. Of course, that's important. But at some point, we have to turn the planning into action. And I want to encourage you to do that sooner than later. Because that, my friends, is where the real growth and the real learning takes place. In retrospect, I actually wish I'd started my show earlier. I created so many IG lives that could have just lived here on my show and had such a broader reach. But I let fear of the unknown, hold me back. I let fear of not knowing how to edit podcasts or fear of not having the money to pay for an editor to edit the podcast all get in the way. Now, fortunately, I was able to overcome my fear and to jump in with both feet. And I know you have big goals and ambitions, and you're letting fear steer the car. And I don't want you to live a life of regrets. So you got to get in the driver's seat. You got to kick fear out of the car. Stop letting fear set the course. And if you're struggling with fear right now, I really want you to go back and check out episode 54, 7 powerful ways to overcome fear and build the life you really want. That is such a powerful and helpful episode. So many practical tips. Episode 54, go listen after this. So I was thinking about my final message, like, what do I want to share? What are the messages that I want you to hear more than anything else? And I came up with 3. The first one is you already have everything you need to be successful within you. Stop thinking you're not ready or that you're not enough. My friend, it is BS, okay? It's lies. It's total garbage. You may not feel ready, but you are. And one of the many ways you can know you're ready is by looking back at your amazing track record. So many of my clients and the women I coach have helped their companies or their teams drive like insane amounts of revenue. I'm talking millions of dollars to the organization they work at. So many of my clients have managed huge, large teams. They have launched products or run initiatives on global scale. And then they go to do something for themselves, and it's like they freak out a little. I can't do it. I don't have the skills. And I'm like, how do you not realize how awesome you are? So I really want you to go back to your resume. Look at all the transferable skills that you have. There is more than enough proof there that you already have what you need to excel in whatever you choose to do. I believe in you. You just have to go for it. The second thing I really want you to remember is life is short. Don't wait. You're not getting any younger. This desire for something more isn't going to go away. Tomorrow isn't promised. Your health isn't promised. Don't let any more time slip away. I can't imagine where I'd be or what my life would be like if I had stayed in corporate. I'd probably be separated, if not divorced. I'd probably be on like 10 different meds to manage my stress and my mental health, and probably my physical health too, because Lord knows my silent reflux would be like through the roof. I'd probably be a full-blown alcoholic. Yeah, I'm serious. I have no idea what my life would look like if I had not taken that bet on myself and bailed on corporate to follow my dreams. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You really need to consider, what are you sacrificing by staying put, by staying stuck, by sticking with the familiar, the comfortable, the not bad, it's okay. Because believe me, there is always a trade-off. And there is no trophy or badge of honor for working yourself to death. You are not your paycheck. You are not your title. It's all vanity. And I wish I'd not only known it, but truly believed that in my core so much sooner. Like, I heard people say it, and I was like, yeah, okay, I know that intellectually, but do I believe it? And it took me a little longer to get there. But none of that was ever the life that God wanted for me. I just wasn't willing to listen to him yet. I wasn't willing to surrender and trust his plans for my life. So what does your maker want you to do? Where's he calling you to? What changes does he want to see you make? Does he want to see you do something different? What? How? Pay attention to that. Lean into that, because those are really important signals that are meant to guide you on your true purpose. The third thing I want to share with you today is that following your dreams isn't all sunshine and rainbows. And anyone who says it is lying. But let me tell you what, it is more fulfilling than anything you will ever experience. Oh, there are so many highs and lows with entrepreneurship, with writing and publishing a book, with having a podcast and all the other things I've done since leaving corporate. But I would not change a thing about this journey. I have learned so much, met so many incredible women. And quite frankly, I've surprised myself a lot with how capable I am. I never dreamed any of this was possible. Not to mention how resilient, right? Like that has been a big, big reminder and learning for me of just how resilient I am. And I know you will be too. So don't give the slumps any more attention than they deserve. We can learn things when we're in the valleys of life, but you got to pick your head up to get out and to move forward. You can't keep it down in the valley. And I want you to remember that when you hit a rough patch in your reinvention, right? And that's not an if you hit a rough patch, because it will happen. It's a when that you can get through this. And this is not the end of the road. You just have to keep pushing. That's how all the successful people become successful. They don't give up when they hit a hurdle. Now, if you do not have a copy of my book, Grab Life by the Dreams, this is another reminder to do yourself a favor and get one. It is going to help you put all of this and more into action. You can go to KarenFreeland.com/dreams right now. It comes in the ebook, the print, or hey, audiobook. And since you enjoy podcasts, it's read by yours truly. So that's probably your jam. And so while this may be my final episode, this isn't goodbye. You can always find me on LinkedIn and Instagram as Karen Freeland. You can sign up for my newsletter on my website, KarenFreeland.com. And you can always send me an email, Karen@KarenFreeland.com. And let me know what this show meant to you. I'm still going to be coaching, so you can always book a call on my website too if you are looking for support. I would be honored to take that next step with you and be on that journey and give you that hands-on support. But thank you. Thank you again for being here. I hope that I have inspired you and that I have added value to your life over the past few years. God bless. Now, go rock your reinvention. You are ready. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're inspired to take action by committing to one of the tips or strategies we talked about in today's episode. If you want more accountability and support, I've got your back. Book a complimentary Empowered Exit Strategy call today. Visit KarenFreeland.com to learn more and book your 45-minute session. Until next time, stay fabulous.